Oh, yes. Welcome to the Red Men TV. It's Wolves 1. It's Liverpool 3. The mighty Reds are through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup with a spirit-lifting win at Molineux here on Friday night. Oh, my good Lord. How good do you feel? How much better do you feel? Just doing the watch along. And I just found myself just doing that, like, just... Look, I'll level. You've said it on these videos in the past. I won't go into it in too much detail, but like everything that's going on in my family at the moment is so much horrendous stuff that we're going through at the moment. I just need Liverpool to not be a problem. Like if they can be escapism, if they can make us smile and they can do really good things, that would be sensational. But the bare minimum ask is to stop like breaking our hearts and disappointing us. Liverpool, just be better at football, and tonight they really were. And obviously after the disappointment of Tuesday night, felt like a massive kick, felt like a massive blow to Liverpool's season, really. And we've gone from a few weeks of some good wins in loads of different ways to back to having like chat about the manager, etc., etc. And look, if you've got doubts around Arne Slot, I don't think a win over the bottom place Premier League team, whether it's in the cup or not, is going to make a massive difference to that. But the fact of the matter is, he's going to stay Liverpool manager until the end of the season. And while he is, and as we've seen with tonight, and we've seen with some of the big performances this season, Liverpool are not going to retain the Premier League title. That's long done and dusted. But there is an opportunity. Several opportunities to make this a really, really good season still. And the weird way that this week worked out, there's a tongue twister and a half, because of the nature of the other results, it was a kick and it was a missed opportunity to really grasp fourth place in the league. But actually the door hasn't closed on that yet, and that is the nature of battles for fourth, and obviously this season fifth as well, is that nobody that's in that race is really good enough to put distance between the other teams. You always end up with, two teams challenging for the title. Occasionally there's a third a little bit closer to it, but by and large, the team that's fourth is just slightly less inconsistent than the teams that finish below it. So Liverpool need to get going again in the Premier League. They absolutely do. But the beauty is, obviously, Chelsea gained on us, of course, but Villa and Manchester United pay the price in midweek, which means that, those doors haven't shut, and then Liverpool are able to pick themselves up and get themselves going in the FA Cup. So as much as you would choose to win both, obviously, as a Liverpool fan, you should choose to win every single game of football. It's a bit of a no-brainer, really, isn't it? This week actually hasn't worked out anywhere near as bad. And the conversation we'd had during the watch-along, Steve was saying, is like, maybe both teams would have swapped. Like, would Liverpool wanted to win more in the league and Wolves probably wanted to win more in the cup. Well, the reality is, because of those other results, it's the second best way this could have worked out, really, ultimately, other than after winning both. So it means we've got more things to look forward to. And tell anyone who's in that away end tonight that it was only Wolves and it doesn't matter. You make songs and you create moments and memories. And Liverpool have been we're a cup team for the vast majority of my life supporting Liverpool. I was 7 years old when we won the league in 1990. Like all of us waited 30 years to see us win it again, then obviously couldn't. But in the interim, I saw us win so many trophies. Just went to FA Cup final in 1992, class. League Cup final 1995, winning that one, doing the treble, the cup treble in 2001 was just sensational. I was 17 years old. It was the best year of my life up until that point. So the FA Cup can still be something for Liverpool this season, and ultimately we have to be in it to do it. And the way we approached this game, to get it back to the actual game, I thought was really, really good. I thought we moved the ball so much more quickly than we did in the week. Rio and Gamoa, wow, what a footballer we've got there. To see him unleashed, and look, he's played more minutes in cups than he has in the Premier League. I was looking at the game during the watch along. This is the kind of minutes that he was putting in the early rounds of the League Cup. Did a good old chunk of time against Barnsley in January, but he hasn't really done this since. So to actually see him go up against Premier League opposition and have his guy on toast over and over and over again. And look, The final ball will come, the finishing touches will come certainly, but what he's shown today is he can be a starting option for Liverpool. He really, really can, and I think we're going to need that right now because, yeah, we are competing on three fronts. Okay, it's only for two pieces of silverware, but regardless, Liverpool need to win. Basically, need to try and win every game between now and the end of the season, and you can't keep asking the same lads to go again and again and again and again. And actually, this game ended up being perfect for us because more minutes under the belt for Rio, a real rest for Hugo Ekitike, seeing Florian Wirtz come back onto the pitch, seeing Jeremy Frimpong come back onto the pitch. Actually, a first little experience for Kieran Morrison as well. Very, very good stuff. We've managed Van Dijk off the pitch as well to get a little bit of rest in and amongst it as well. More minutes for Joe Gomez. I mean, obviously they scored a goal, but look, Liverpool had the ball in the back of the net. We probably could have gone to 4 or 5. I think if they'd really gone flat out, there's one where Szoboszlai plays it to Morrison, where if it's 1-1 or it's a tighter game, I think he just tries to score, and we're maybe trying to just do a bit too nice. You know, I think you can do that in those kind of environments. My point is that it's 3-1. It's more like a 4-0, 5-0 kind of game to Liverpool. So loads of positives to be taken from it. Hopefully McAllister's injury isn't too bad because it was almost a perfect night of football for the Reds, really. Everything that we needed, everything that almost all of the players needed from it, they got. And it stands us in really, really good stead for the Galatasaray game. Just to single out some more players, Andy Robertson. Again, rolling back the years, what we needed was magic, and we needed players to step up and be counted, and you know it's the senior players, it's the established Liverpool players. You know, 3 of probably the 4 or 5 longest serving footballers for Liverpool were the ones that turned that game for us tonight. Of course, Mohamed Salah struggles, but we stuck with him. You know, there's clearly a major confidence issue with Salah there. You can see it in his demeanour. I guess during the match, I feel really sorry for him. He knows it's not going well for him, and he wants it to. And he's just such a, I don't know. He's got such an elite mentality, but it feels like even he's starting to realise that he's not quite the power that he was. But you know what? His teammates still believe in him, and actually we started playing more to his strengths in the second half and allowing him to cause problems to the defenders, and just playing better passes to Mo Salah in more dangerous areas of the pitch. He will have an impact again. That's 2 goals now in a week for him when he's not necessarily been in the best of form, so that will definitely help him. It's a lovely little nutmeg to Jones, who then lays it on for Robertson's goal as well. So really good. And Robertson's cross for Salah's goal is brilliant. Again, it's vintage Andy Robertson. And then for Curtis Jones to add it with a fabulous left-footed strike as well. This is it. These are the lads who've been there and done it for Liverpool for years and years and years now. And they went and grabbed that game and got the win for us. So yes, very, very good indeed. What a pleasant way to spend the Friday evening. I hope you agree. If you want to spend beyond a pleasant Friday evening, then I've got some options for you. If you download the Redmen Plus app, I interviewed Jamie Carragher. That's going out Saturday morning. I basically said to Jamie Carragher, "You're director of football this summer for Liverpool. What do you do?" And then he just basically spoke for 20 odd minutes and beyond. I have no idea how long it was. It was brilliant. I was totally lost in it. Great conversations, some great ideas, really in depth. And obviously Jamie Carragher, massive student of the game and Liverpool, just to get his take on what he would do in charge of Liverpool is very, very good. That's on the app for subscribers on there as well. And if you just want to get away from the football and read a very good book, I've got 2 for you. The Man Who Stole the World Cup is my dad's book, and The Eternal Flame is my book, and they're available exclusively signed editions on www.maychpublishing.com. So fill your boots on all of them. Thank you so much. Up the quarter-final, Reds.